Franklin Delano Roosevelt, 32nd President of the United States of America. He served from 1933 to 1945, and he's the only president to serve more than 2 terms.
FDR himself did not ask for a memorial, and he said that if there was one to be made, it should be modest. This is clearly the opposite, taking up 7.5 acres. This monument is organized into 4 sections, each one of them for a term of his presidency.
During all 4 sections of the memorial, the use of quotes highlight FDR's advocacy for democracy across the world and his goals for the U.S. during his time in office. These iconic phrases stuck with the American people during his presidency and gave them confidence and hope during the Great Depression and World War II, helping him become one of the most popular presidents in American history. The lasting impact of many of his quotes was due in part to how they were worded. Quotes like "I've seen war, I hate war" resonated with the American people at a much more personal level than quotes from other politicians of that time.
I pledge you, I pledge myself, to a new deal for the American people.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. This generation of Americans has a rendezvous with destiny. We must be the great arsenal of democracy. I have seen war. I hate war.
More than an end to a war, we want an end to the beginnings of all wars.
Waterfalls are seen throughout the memorial and help to symbolize the change FDR brought to America during his presidency. Coming into office during the Great Depression, his New Deal policies helped turn over a new leaf in the early 20th century and end one of the most difficult times in American history. The constant flow of the waterfalls give a cleansing feeling and symbolically highlight this aspect of his presidency.
The monument is also located along the tidal basin, with a view of the Jefferson Memorial, the Washington Monument, and the MLK Memorial. The tidal basin is lined with cherry blossoms, which for most of the year have green leaves, and for a week in the spring they have the beautiful sight of pink blossoms. This adds to the purpose of the monument, as it incorporates nature, one of FDR's many pursuits. The memorial features a variety of sculptures including Roosevelt himself, his wife Eleanor Roosevelt, and his dog Fala. Many of the sculptures of FDR highlight his wheelchair, an important part of his persona as the only physically disabled U.S. president. Besides being an idol for disabled people of the time and today, his work in advocacy for disabled rights was crucial for the disabled community, and even led to the creation of the polio vaccine. Eleanor Roosevelt was a politically involved First Lady and participated in humanitarian work in the U.S. and around the world. Roosevelt was a strong supporter of equal rights for women and people of color, and was a delegate of the United Nations. Adding on to that, their sculptures are made of brass, symbolizing FDR's modest approach to memorials. Another feature of the materials the monument was made of is their durability. This in turn gives the idea that the memory of FDR will be forever.
Good? All right. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Laura. I'm from Brazil.
I'm Suanne.
Marie.
I'm Marshall.
And we're here to see the nation's capital.
Oh, where are you guys from?
New Jersey.
Veronica, and from New York. Lexi, and I'm from New York too. Yeah, we're on a school trip.
I'm Remington. I'm from Michigan.
I'm just visiting. Like, I'm interested in U.S. history. I just wanted to know more about it.
Have you seen any other monuments around here?
Yeah, I went to the Lincoln Monument and then to the World War II, the Vietnam, the Korean.
How'd you like those?
Those are really nice.
Those are good?
Yeah.
Is there anything about this monument that you've seen so far that you feel it stands out compared to those ones?
I really like the texts, like the phrases. I don't know, it's really inspiring.
Is there any quote that stood out specifically or just the general feel?
The one about fear.
The one about fear, yeah. We have nothing to fear except fear itself.
Yeah,
that's a good one. And finally, is there any emotion you feel walking through here? Like any specific feeling?
I think I just feel inspired, he was a very perseverant man, so I think we should all carry this with us.
Yeah, he was a very important figure. Yeah, thank you for your time. That was great.
Sure, thank you.
the history of how Roosevelt and all these men, these quotes that we read are so prevalent today. Why didn't we not listen to them then?
The way it's laid out in the 4 years of his presidency, and it breaks down all of the parts of the history during those almost 12 years.
I agree. It's very interesting how they lay it out through the chronology of it. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate
Anytime.
it.
Good luck.
Read all the things on the walls and kind of like see how it was and like learn more about it.
It truly is a unique experience. And does anything stand out to you in particular about this monument compared to other ones in DC?
I like here. I like all the statues and like the writing on the walls. It's more. It comes out to you. It's like you go along with it as you walk.
Is there anything that stands out to you when you're walking through here?
The statues and waterfalls.
In conclusion, the FDR Memorial utilizes waterfalls, quotes, and sculptures in order to memorialize FDR's leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his advocacy for democracy and freedom at a global level.